Hi guys, and welcome to the live. I haven't announced I'm going to do a live. I'm just on my laptop and messing about with YouTube, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to pop on and do a live. So I'm in my music cum therapy room, and yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. I've got a new haircut. I've trimmed the beard. I've tidied myself up just for you guys and for myself as well because my hair was getting absolutely on my wick. Um, anyway, I hope we're all well. I hope we've all had a lovely Christmas and a wonderful festive season. I hope we've all been safe. I hope we've all been not got too drunk and we've not eaten too much and we're just taking care of ourselves. Welcome to two people so far who've jumped on board. Hey there, it's Chris at Elemental Catamancy. Hello there, nice to see you. This was totally unannounced, this live. I'm just kind of like going on a wing and a prayer, really, and just wanting to jump on board and wish everybody a happy new year. And just with a few thoughts of what I feel the year ahead may have in store for us all. There has been a massive shift in the energy of late. What do we mean by energy? Well, energy is everything, as I always say in many of my videos. I'm just wanting to try and light a bit of incense because I like putting a bit of incense on, and I'm in this new room and I've had a shift around, and everything's kind of like all over the place, and I'm just trying to get used to my surroundings. However, that one doesn't work. Where are we? Yeah, so I do feel there has been a massive shift in a lot of energy, especially over the last couple of years. There's been so many people since the pivotal year of 2012. Really, we've seen this massive shift of energy, of awakening, of people finding their truths, finding their paths, finding whatever. Whatever life seems to throw at them, they need to go down that path and follow and go down their intuitive, what they feel is their intuitive line to take. And I think a lot of people have started to listen to these gentle whispers that are all around them. Whether you want to call it your intuition, whether you want to call it your spirit team, your guides, the energy, whatever your description of it is, it all pretty much is of the same definitive thing. So yeah, I mean, myself as a prime example, 2012, how old would I be in 2012? It seems such a long time ago. 32. Yes, I've been 32. So I was well on my awakening journey, and had discovered meditation. Was interested in many different things, and it takes time for people to tune in, to feel what they think is right for them and their path for them. And ever since then, we've been on this kind of like roller coaster ride and this snowball ride of events that have taken place, not only within our own energy, within our own world, and with our own connection to people and what's been going on, but also on the political side of things, on the global side of things. There's been so much going on. Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, it's taken it's taken some work. I've got a new desk for my art, so that's here. I've got some artwork behind me. I've got the third eye symbol. I've got my pentagram to the left of me. I've got my Buddha to the right of me, so I'm well protected from any of the hoogie boogies. So yeah, it's been a lot of work for a lot of people, and this process that people go through, this time of All right. No, that's fine. Yeah. Chris says, sorry, I know my comments are late. I'm writing a speech while watching. So it's really good that you can write a speech and watch a YouTube video as well. I'm not very good at doing two things at once. The hoochie boochies, yeah. So, yes, there's been a huge time of change and it's impacted people so much. A lot of change, a lot of change in energies, a lot of change in direction with people. And I do feel that 2022, this year ahead that we're coming into, is going to involve a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of change. There's been so much purging on the planet, so much purging of dark energy, of revealing of dark energies. Yeah, it's kind of like the energy and the way the universe works is it needs to shift a lot of shit basically before before it can move on and deal with it and bring in the new energies and the new ways of living, new ways of possibilities, new ways of seeing things, new ways of feeling things. And this is kind of like what this year is going to have on board. I've seen a few posts that have let me know that this year is also going to be the Chinese Year of the Tiger. Tigers are a powerful emblem. As we know, just thinking about tigers themselves, what they stand for, their size, their pride, their strength, their power, their courage. And this year is going to stand for a lot of that. We're going to need a lot of strength and a lot of courage and a lot of power. And over the last couple of years, I think we've seen with a lot of things that have been going on around the world that there is a lot of people now waking fast and waking to their truth, waking to their power, waking up to the realization that there is a lot more going on behind the veil. It's a bit like it's been described many times like the Wizard of Oz, where they think that there is this almighty being, this almighty person that controls so much and has this element of darkness and controls fear and all that sort of stuff, which we've seen has been going on over the last 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years. Well, if you go back to 9/11 and things like that, it's been going on. It's been going on for hundreds of years, but it's been ramping up and ramping up because the what can we call them? The forces, I suppose we'll use that word. The forces. You have to be careful with what you see on YouTube because they do monitor different words. So if you say certain names, you say certain people, you mention this, you mention anything to do with what's going on, then you get taken down and you get silenced. And part of this silencing process I described last year, and it only really came to me in just a random thought, really, that this silencing, this quenching of people's speech, is it's a very, very clever way of stopping the energy here. So if you stop people from speaking their truth and speaking what they feel and what they need to get out, then the energy can't flow and it can't move and you can't ascend, you can't awaken, you can't open your third eye, your crown, you can't connect to everything that is around and everything that you need to connect to flow, to have a true flow of energy from within. And it's very clever. It's dark, it's devious, but it's very clever. And those of us that are now in sync with this and now in sync with the understanding of what is really going on, can kind of see through this. And we are going through this process, like I say, of change. And it started the back end of last year and it's moving through and it's taken us into 2022. So yeah, there's going to be this Chinese Year of the Tiger. There's going to be a lot of challenge. You're going to need to be strong. You're going to need to stand your ground. You're going to need to roar and you're going to need to speak your truth. And don't be afraid of speaking your truth and what you feel, regardless of what people think or people might say. There's a great picture that goes around that I've seen many times on different platforms on social media, and it's basically, there's a bar. It's like a black and white picture, and there's a bar, and there's a man at the bar with his head in his hands and a drink in front of him, and there's all these other people around him that are just like yakking, and and the phrase that's on the meme of this picture is something along the lines of, "You are not crazy. You are in a world, you are within a world that has been blinded, or is just cannot understand what is going on, but you are the person that is seeing so much that is going on behind the scenes." You'll have probably seen that somewhere on social media at some point. But yeah, it's very clever. It's a great depiction of um, what is going on, and I think a lot of people do feel like they're singled out, and they have like just like one voice. But as we've seen across lots of like GB News, lots of videos from around the world on YouTube that have been shared on the shorts, these massive protests and millions of people out um, saying what they need to say for humanity, for everyone. It's not the fact that these people get deemed as anti-vaxxers or conspiracy theorists or nutters. It's not the fact that they are anti-vaxxers or conspiracy theorists or nutters. They are fighting for humanity because, as I've described many times before, if you give away your sovereign being, your sovereign right to what you decide you want to have done to your body, it's like when you go for an operation. I've had surgery on my legs before in the past, for veins and things like that. And before you go in for your surgery and your operation, you have to sign a form that gives them the right to do that to your body. And it's almost as if this right is trying to be taken away. And this is kind of like where we're going into next year. So all this stuff is starting to, like, we're getting this purging, this moving of this energy, and people are starting to see it. And yeah, it's going to be about change. It's going to be about shift. It's going to be about developing of your own energy. There's going to be more people awakening. There's going to be more people just thinking, something's not quite right here. And even just that feeling alone affects the collective consciousness of the planet, and we are all connected consciously. And energy is invisible. We can't see it. It's usually the human ego that needs to see something to believe that it's doing something, that is having an effect. So that being said, from 4 o'clock today, I am doing a live energy healing session with about 5 or 6 other energy healers around the planet, and we're going to be sending energy to the collective consciousness, to the awakening, to anyone that's struggling, anyone that's having trouble right now, anyone that's going through dark times that needs a little bit of assistance. Obviously, energy going to the planet, to Mother Earth, to assist with her healing, and to assist with basically the vibration of the planet, because as the vibration of the planet changes, all life on that planet on a conscious level and a subconscious level shifts and changes as well. So there is going to be it's going to be good. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be enjoyable. It's going to be lovely to connect with people and have them connect with other healers around the world as well that probably don't know each other. So just having them meet each other and creating this this grid, this connection with other people around the world, and just putting that out there. So I think it's going to be really good. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to enjoy it. So we're going to do that on Teams today at 4 p.m. Today, of course, as well, is a new moon. So I think that's going to also exacerbate the energy. I have noticed with the last few full moons and new moons, there's been um, big shifts in energy on the planet as well. Not well from the sun as well, but mainly the moon, because obviously the sun's quite low. And has also been many alignments with planets. Jupiter, Saturn, the giants, Venus, Mars. Obviously Earth has been in alignment with them as well. We've had planets going into retrograde. Um, there's been a lot of cosmic activity, which many people think, well, it's just what they do. It doesn't really affect um, life on Earth. But I do think when you become a bit more sensitive to the energy, you become a bit more sensitive to what's going on. Even if empaths, sensitives, light workers alike, they'll all have this feeling of there's something going on. So this new moon's been quite. It's affected my sleep a little bit. It's made me feel quite restless. The last few full moons have made me feel very much like that. But I've also felt a shift, a change. Um, I don't know what it is, but it's been there. And something else I've noticed today as well. I went for a nice walk this morning and went to a big park that's in the town where I live, and it was quite busy. There was a lot of people about, and I don't know. They're just people seem different. There seems to be this. We all know that there's a great divide, and that what is going on is dividing the population and dividing people. But it seems like this element of fear that has been going around from the whole carry on that we've been going through. It seems to have just had this sort of crippling effect on people, because nobody seems to want to. I mean, I know people were pretty much hostile before, or a lot of them were, not all of them. But even now, even just people that are just out and about having a walk seem to not want to communicate. They don't want to say hello. They don't want to smile. They don't want to just connect to another person. And this fear is it's crippling people's humanity. So that again is something that we need to tackle and we need to address. Something that was good to see was there was actually a what they call a stand in the park, which is where like-minded people can go and stand in a designated park near them, where they can just go and speak and be with like-minded people and have a chat about whatever. And there was quite a few of them. I didn't go and join them. There was maybe 20 or 30 in the group. But I just thought, well, that must be them. That must be that group that get together. Must be the stand in the park. But I just kind of let them get on with it. I thought, well, I'll do that because I don't really want to get involved with too much with that, because I'm out on my walk and enjoying my time for me, really. That's kind of like my thoughts, my views on what's going to be going on for the year ahead. And I've seen other people comment on things going for the year ahead, talking about the energies and these shifts, these planetary cosmic shifts, these solar shifts, these lunar shifts. There has been lots going on, but there's going to be a lot more going on in the future. So I'm kind of excited and I'm kind of looking forward to it. The last couple of days we've been having a good sort out around the house, just been getting rid of loads of crap that we don't need really. And it's just been sat around for quite some time. And even just doing that and having to tidy up, having to sort out of your stuff around your home has a great effect on shifting the energy from the rooms, shifting the energy from yourself, shifting the energy from just your general being, really. And it really has a good restorative, therapeutic effect on that front. So if you haven't started, make a start, because I think change is the way to go. Change is I have, yes. I do believe there's a troll on there, a wee troll even. Um, but yeah, I do believe that there is a bit of change going on, and let me just get rid of him. There we go. We don't need trolls. And we certainly don't need wee trolls, do we, Chris? We certainly do not need wee trolls. Um, so, yeah, where was I? Yeah, change, moving on. That's something I was thinking about today as well. So yeah, so there's going to be change, and there's going to be. I think we also need to be more aware of giving gratitude as well to situations, to people, and feeling the gratitude, feeling the love, having a deeper connection with these feelings and emotions will also help raise your vibration, which will help obviously raise the vibration of the collective consciousness, and it makes you feel really good as well. So that's why that card came out. I don't know if you can quite see it, but we've got the trader. Exchange energy to create abundance, which is something that I did today. I noticed that I'm not really one of these people that goes for how many followers they've got or how many subscribers they've got. I just think they'll organically be attracted to whatever content I put out there. However, I did on my Instagram, which is called Reiki Zen _Ian. If you want to follow me on there, I've got over 1,000 followers now, which I thought was really, really, really lovely. So I edited my picture and put a big love heart over the numbers and a big thank you message, and just to give my gratitude and thanks and love to all those people. And I do feel that this energy is something that we need to also focus on. And although we've had a lot of negativity over the last 2 years, we need to give our gratitude to that for the place that we're in now. Looking forward to the year ahead and the positivity of what we can bring in, the change, giving the gratitude, feeling the love, and moving through these energies. And as we do feel and move through these energies, then we will raise our vibration, and in turn the collective consciousness. And next card that I've just pulled is Spring. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it's the right way around. Let me know if it is the right way around. I don't know if it's backwards. I don't know. But that is Spring, and that is about seeing your seeds grow. So as I talk about giving gratitude and giving the love and putting the love out there, then you will see your seeds grow in the form of your own energy, your own vibration, your own element of abundance. You will attract. So whatever energy you put out there, you will attract tenfold, basically. And so if you're always in a place of negativity, of fear, then you will always attract these emotions and these feelings. The next card that I've just pulled there is the Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. So as we go through these changes, we go through these emotions, we change our vibration, we see change within ourselves, we transform, we move, our energy moves, we unveil what we have within us, we unveil our own energy, our own abilities, our connection, our power. As you become more aware and your vibration raises, then what you will become aware of is little synchronicities, and these little synchronicities will start playing out, and you will realize that these are gifts, these are messages from the universe, from people around you, from the spirit realm, whatever you want to call them. They're all here, they're always here to help, guide, and lead us through dark times and good times, and to give gratitude for whatever time we have to go through. And the last card is just about embracing the energy of peace, and following your intuition, going with the way that you feel guided, the way that the energy is taking you. And yeah, I think that's going to be another good one for this year. Following the energy of peace. Peace and love and gratitude are the messages for the year ahead. So let's see if we can keep with that theme, move forward, and enjoy the year ahead. And whatever is thrown at us, then give thanks for it. Say thank you, give gratitude, whether it's out loud, whether it's in your mind. It is totally up to you how you want to do that, how you want to perform that. But every little act of kindness, peace, love, and gratitude will, in the long run, serve you well. That's kind of it, really. That's all I really wanted to come on for today. If anyone's still around, then if you want to ask me a question, I've got about an hour to kill. So if you want to ask me anything, ask me a question. If you're still there, Chris, if you've got anything that you want to quiz me about, then feel free. Oh, that's interesting. I've just had a message off one of the ladies that is supposed to be doing the healing session today, and she is also sorting her house out. So it seems to be a bit of a current theme right now, where there is a lot of change, a lot of shift, a lot of sorting out going on. So yeah, I'll just hang around a little bit and see if anyone wants to ask me. Oh, let me think, he says. It's just me and you at the minute, Chris, so don't be shy. You can ask whatever you want. It's funny how I was felt drawn to cut my hair as well on what tarot deck do you use the most? Do you have a fave or a soul deck? So if anyone is unaware of Chris at Elemental Cartomancy, then he's very much into his tarot cards, his tarot decks, and works with them quite regularly. You could. Well, I don't even think it'll be seen when it gets uploaded. So, but let's not go there. Let's keep it clean. So this is the last deck that I got, and this is the Doreen Virtue Messages from Angels Oracle cards. And I don't really use these that much. I don't know. I just don't get really much of a. Although I felt drawn to get them, I don't really get much of a vibe from them, really. And I know Doreen Virtue doesn't believe any of this anymore. She's a New Age Christian or something like that now. So she calls all this stuff dark and demonic and satanic and all that sort of stuff, when in actual fact all you're doing is connecting with yourself and giving the messages from the cards from what you throw out. So yes, I don't really use them that much. I've used them a little bit, but not a lot at all. But the main ones that I do use, I only have 3 decks. So that's, and I'm quite happy with just having the 3 decks. But I did actually, you might be quite interested in this, Chris. I did actually do a set. Well, for a couple of weeks, I put a thing out on my Facebook page about anyone that wants any free tarot readings doing, or free oracle card readings doing, just to get my head and my eye back into it, and just to get the feeling back in there. And so I had quite a bit of an extensive list of people. Some people I knew, So I found that quite tricky because I had to kind of like step away from knowing them on a personal basis and move. Do you have a favorite spread? So the main ones that I do use is Rider Waite, which is basically your basic starter outfit. I think it's a starter pack, but it's really, really good. And a lot of packs that are created now are based around the Rider Waite deck. And then the other deck that I use is from Kyle Gray, and it is the Angels and Ancestors deck. And I mean, these are just having them for the artwork. The artwork alone is absolutely beautiful. Just you could frame them and just hang them up because they are stunning. The artwork for them. So that's the main two decks that I use for my readings. And what I've tend to found in the past is I usually pull a deck. So this will answer your next question, Chris. I usually pull two hands of three. So the first three, I use them to read kind of like what has and is going on around the current time, and then I will pull another three for what could or can happen in the future and just things to be aware of. And then the oracle cards that I use, the Cal Grey ones, seem to work really well with kind of filling in the blanks and just connecting not just my intuition, but connecting the cards together and putting a bit of a theme and a bit of a story in what you feel is coming from the cards to give that message through to that person. So that's kind of like how I use them. I didn't realize at first. I only just found this out the other week. But with the Kyle Gray pack, you get a really good book. So it's quite a thick book compared to the Rider Waite one, which is basically just a flimsy little paper leaflet. Doesn't really give you much information at all. So if you are new to tarot cards, and I still am relatively new, what I tend to do is I will pull the cards, and the ones that I'm not too sure of, that I haven't pulled on a regular basis out of the Rider Waite, I'll Google them and just to find out what they mean on there and what the card is supposed to mean. And then I will try and intuitively release that information into what I feel it is in conjunction with that person. So that's kind of like how I use them. However, at the start of this book, and I only found this out maybe a month or two ago, and it gives you an introduction and how to use your angels and ancestors oracle cards. It also gives you a connection ceremony to your cards, which I think is absolutely like it's fascinating. But I didn't even know you need to do anything like that, and it goes on for quite some time, this connection ceremony. But for me personally, I just think shuffling them within in my hands and just connecting my energy to them just connects me to that pack. And I don't know if you work the same way, Chris, and if you have some sort of connection ceremony that you use for your cards, or whether you just shuffle them to get the energy of yourself into them. But it has so much information about raising your vibration, cleansing your cards, storing your cards. There's a cleansing ceremony, there's a shuffling ceremony, there's reading for yourself. There's lots of information. And then there's the next bit is there's suggested spreads. There's a 2-card spread. There's a Celtic compass spread, which is just like, wow. You'll probably be aware of most of these anyway, Chris, because you're a seasoned tarot reader. There's a past life lessons spread. There is a 3-card question spread. There's loads. And then we go into the cards, and it has a deep meaning for each card. Druid goes all the way through, and I just think it's a really, really good book. And at the back of the book, I've just found that out there just now. Anywhere, anytime card readings on your mobile device. Download the mobile app and get a free 7-day trial. I won't do that because it means that you're going to have to, someone's going to try and make you pay for it at some point. But yeah, so really interesting. Really great couple of decks. So yeah, that's again, I suppose, about the end of my video, unless there's anybody who wants to ask anything else. There's another one. Miss Emiliano Christian. Another troll, I do believe, but that message has been deleted. So anyway, yes, that's pretty much it. So that's kind of like what I wanted to pop on. Just let you know about what I'm doing today at 4 o'clock. Live healing session on Teams, and also just about what I feel that the year has in store for us ahead. If you've got any more questions, you want to ask me anything, I am here at your beck and call. There's 2 people watching me at the minute, so I'm sure Chris and somebody else. Oh, that's okay, Lindsay. Hello. I never announced it. I never made any sort of announcement to say that I was going to do a live. I just thought I'd drop on, do a quick video, and just let you know what I was thinking is going to be happening over the next year. So much love to you all. Namaste, take care of yourselves, and peace, and bye for now. Bye Chris, bye bye.